Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the final game. We finally get. We had the first game. Lynn had to win 1 out of 2. If they won the first game, it was over. Cape Cod was down to must-win situation, and they pulled it out. Stephen Kalinick shut out. Kalinick, I should say, shut out Lynn 5-0, causing this to be the final championship game. The winner goes to New York to represent the region. Two very good teams, very evenly matched. Lynn won the first game Saturday against Cape Cod with one big inning, beating them 6-1, all 6 in one inning. Cape Cod beat Lynn today 5-0, one big inning, getting 4 in one inning. And the big play, a line shot that went about less than a foot over Moretta's head at second base. And if he catches it, it's a double play. If it's a foot lower, it's a double play, and they're out of the inning. It wound up a base hit, loaded the bases, and the pitcher, Kalinick, hit a booming double into left center field to knock in 3. He scored on a sacrifice fly, and then he proceeded to shut Lynn out for the 6 innings he pitched, forcing the if necessary game, which is the one we're starting right now. Cape Cod, by winning the first game, gets to be the home team in this one. So Lynn now and Cape Cod down to 7 regular innings, unless it goes extra, to see who represents the region in New York. Jomar Moretta, the second baseman, will lead it off. Cam Tobert on the mound for Cape Cod. So here we go with round 3. They're 1-1, a win apiece. The winner breaks the tie and is the regional champion. So Lynn has to shake off the effects of that first game. Cape Cod has to know that they're back in the game. They can't rely on the first game. 2 quick pitches out of the strike zone. It's been a perfect day. It's been very warm, but there's been nothing but big puffy white clouds and blue skies up above. 3-0 the count. So Moretta will be looking all the way here, possibly a 2, certainly be looking at 1. On 4 pitches, Moretta draws a walk. They changed the lineup a little bit. Ouellette was batting second. He's batting third. Luciano, who was batting third, now moves into the number 2 spot. And that brings a little huddle out to the mound. Everybody except the shortstop getting involved. So Cape Cod has beat Worcester twice and Lynn in the what would have been the championship game. In for a strike. Lynn has beat New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Cape Cod for their 3 wins. So whoever wins 4 goes to New York. The runner takes off, the ball's hit foul. They didn't run at all in the first game. Cape Cod ran quite a bit in the first game. Line foul. Leon Elwell just got out of the way of that one. He did a flop coaching third. Fell flat on his back getting out of the way of that one. I don't know why he didn't just catch it. Hit foul again. So it's Joe Moretta, second baseman, leading off. A.G. Luciano was up the shortstop, batting second. Kyle Ouellette will play left and bat third. The extra hitter, Anthony Nikolakakis, bats fourth. Playing first and batting fifth, David Bernard. Colin Ray, the center fielder, will hit number 6. Batting seventh and playing third base, Deshaun Anderson. The right fielder, Danny Lilia, will bat 8th. Catching and batting 9th, Cesar Carrero. And Devin Curley, the pitcher, will hit number 10. That stays way inside, almost hit him. Lined in the left field for a base hit. All the way down to the fence. They're waving the runner home. Coming around and scoring. Moretta. Lynn gets their first run of the day. Luciano with a booming double gets an RBI, and they grab the lead in the first inning. Moretta hustling all the way around from first, scores the run. Just inside the left field line to the bullpen area. Moretta, who can run, scored easily. Swing and a miss, Kyle Ouellette, the hitter. Down and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Anthony Nikolakakis on deck. So they flip-flopped the lineup a little bit. A couple of tweaks here and there for Lynn. Just got a piece. Little late swing. Just got a piece and stays alive. So moving Luciano up to the second spot certainly paid off with that booming double. Hit to short center field. Second baseman goes back. Out on the outfield grass and makes the play. Two-way for Anthony Nikolakakis. Thought about it, held up as it broke high and away. Again, hesitated, took it high for a ball. David Bernard, the first baseman, on deck. In for a strike. Tolbert looking to work quickly. Nikolakakis steps out, gets time. We're back in. Chop to third. Big hop. Bobbled it. Can't make the play. It was an easy play. Off his glove, bobbled it. Nikolakakis will reach, and that extends the inning. David Bernard. Hits it to the right side. And they throw it away. They didn't bother to go to first base. They had to play at first. They try to go to second. They throw it away again. Back-to-back errors. Luciano comes around and scores. And Lynn has jumped out to a 2-0 lead, and that brings the trip out to the mound. It looked like an easy play. Second baseman was going to his left, going towards first base. I don't know if he forgot that there were 2 outs. Instead of taking the easy play at first base for the 3rd out, he tried to turn and get the force at second. And he was off balance a little bit because his momentum was carrying him towards first base. And he threw it away, and Luciano able to score. That extends the inning. Colin Reddy will hit with 2 on, 2 out, and 2 in. So deuces are wild already here in the first inning. 2 out, 2 on, 2 in. In for a strike. Again, we mentioned, and it's worth mentioning, a huge void in the stands with Tom Reddy not here cheering on Colin, passing away. Outstanding gentleman, and a very big void left in the city that will not be filled. One of the real characters, and I say that in a meaningful way, in the city. He will be missed by so many. And that showed with that huge wake that he had at Soleimani and filling up St. Pius Church. So rest in peace, my friend Tom Reddy. Hit up the middle into center field for a base hit. Around third. The throw coming to the plate. Not in time. Reddy gets a base hit. Lynn couldn't buy a run in the first game. They've got 3 in the first inning. Big 2-out hit by Colin Reddy. Tom would be proud. Tayshawn Anderson, the third baseman, takes the pitch for a strike. He's the 7th hitter in the inning. Wide for a ball. That play was a little closer to the plate than I thought it was going to be. Hit to right field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Not hit well enough for the runner to score. Bases are loaded for Danny Lilia. That brings another trip out to the mound. He'll be the 8th hitter. We're going to get a pitching change right away. A walk started it, a double by Luciano. A pop-up for the first out. Back-to-back errors. And then back-to-back hits by Reddy and Anderson. Griffin McDermott will be the new pitcher. So Danny Lilia will be the first hitter that McDermott faces. Hit foul back and out of play. Lilia getting the starting right field. He can handle a bat. Don't be surprised if he bunts. There's the bunt. They let it go foul. Good call. He handles the bat well. They had David Bernard coming. It was suicide squeeze. That's the second time this season I predicted Lilia would bunt, and both times he made me look pretty good. Last time he bunted for a base hit and an RBI in the game for Classical. Took a long look at that one. It broke down and in. The Cape Cod people, they were cheering in the first game. They're not cheering in this one. Now they're getting back on the umpire like they did the other night. Hit foul to the screen. The funny thing is, with the Cape Cod, I'm sitting basically where the Cape Cod people are sitting a little bit higher. The umpire and the catcher are in my way. I can't see home plate, and they can't either. Nice stop again. Boy, Proto has been an outstanding player in this tournament. He's made some very big stops and saved some runs for Cape Cod. Hit on the ground to second base. They get one. They don't get two. That gets another run home. Good hustle by Lilia. Two outs now. Cesar Carrero getting the start behind the plate. He's the 9th hitter in the inning. Cape Cod got 4 runs in the 3rd inning in the first game to win the game. Lynn has got 4 here in the 1st inning. 2 big errors by Cape Cod. They didn't have any. Oh, they had 1. A meaningless error in the first game. In for a strike. Hit straight up in the air. Everybody there, the pitcher calls for it and makes the play. So Lynn, you think they might be a little bit flat or down after losing the game that could have won the regionals for them. They come out flying in the second game. They put 4 on the board. They put Cape Cod in a very big hole. They did it with only 2 base hits. 2 big errors to walk the side of the inning. And very quickly, it's 4-0 Lynn over Cape, and before Devin Curley throws a pitch, he's got a 4-0 advantage. For the Cape, it'll be Nathan Amick, the center fielder, leading off. Michael Frazier will play second and bat second. Batting third and playing right field, Nick Carr. In the cleanup spot is the guy that virtually won the game for Cape in the first game, pitched and knocked in and accounted for 4 of the 5 runs. Stephen Kolinick, the first baseman, bats fourth. Catching, having a terrific regionals. The catcher, Ryan Proto, batting 5th. Mac Labage, the third baseman, hits number 6. Batting 7th and playing shortstop, Zach Landry. The extra hitter, Alex Novacon, will hit number 8. It was Camp Tobert, but it's now Griffin McDermott, the relief pitcher, batting number 9. And Kyle Pucho, the left fielder, will hit number 10. And reminds you again that it's not a designated hitter, it's an extra hitter. You can bat 10. You don't have to, but you can bat 10. And both teams are doing that. Nathan Amica, the center fielder, will lead it off. The bad news for Cape is Lynn got 4 in the first inning. The good news is they haven't batted yet. They've got 7 innings to try and get it back. Cooled off maybe a tad. There's a little bit of a breeze. The flag out in right center field is fluttering around a little bit. It was limp on the pole through that first game where It was really, really hot. Hit to third. Big hop. Anderson takes his time, and Amica fell down halfway to first base. So a quick out in the first inning. Michael Frazier, the second baseman, will be the hitter. The top of the order did the damage getting on base for the Cape. Hit high in the air. David Bernard looking for a chance. Can't get there. It goes into that grassy knoll just beyond his reach. In first strike, quickly 0-2. Evan Curley did a nice job kicking extra points and field goals for Lynn English. Helped them to get to the division final and almost won it. They lost at the last second. Chris Carroll doing a terrific job. Curley was a big part of that. Hit right by Curley into center field for a base hit. Hit a shot right over the pitcher's mound into center field. Nick Kyle, the right field, had a couple of hits in the first game and made a nice play with what looked like a base hit to right field. He came in like an infielder, scooped it and threw the runner out at first base for a rare 9-3 putout. Hit to first. Knocked down. David Bernard does the nice job. Blocked it, kept it in front of him. Got the big out. Here comes the guy that did all the damage in the first game. Not only pitched a shutout, but he hit a bases loaded double, knocking in 3, and then scored the 4th run in that big 4-run inning. Accounting for 4 of the 5 runs. The last run was a 2-out infield throwing error that allowed a run to score in the 7th inning. That really wasn't necessary. They didn't need it. In for a strike on the corner. They got him the first time, striking him out, but the next 3 times he got base hits. The big one, the 3 RBI double. Wide for a ball. This is a rarity. We have English and Classical, the battery. Curley from English, Carrero from Classical behind the plate. The Bulldogs and the Rams getting together. Big jump. They got a big jump, and they like to run. They've been stealing bases all day. Frazier gets within 90 feet of getting Cape on the board. Count 2-1 to the first baseman, Kolinick. Hit way up in the air. That's going to go out of play. It didn't go out of play. Luciano made a great play. I was watching Anderson. It looked like he was going to run out of real estate. Luciano, what a tremendous play. Went back, it kind of blew back towards the field. Luciano reached up and made a tremendous defensive play. They not only get the third out, but they get a big hitter out with a runner at third base. Keep Cape off the board. So Lynn wins the first inning. It's Lynn 4. Cape Cod nothing at the end of 1. 10-1-2 for Lynn. Devin Curley takes it for a strike. Curley back to the top of the order. Joe Marmoretta, A.J. Luciano. McDermott will start an inning for the first time. He came into relief. Down and in for a ball. Hit in the air to left field. Drifting back, making the play is Count Pucho. Joe Marmoretta got it going. He drew a walk on 4 pitches and very quickly came around from first on the double by Luciano. Hits it straight up in the air. Everybody chasing. Good hustle by the Proto. Slides into the fence. I hope he didn't hurt himself. He's an outstanding player. The third baseman, LaBarge, also there. He just couldn't get to it. It bounced up in the seats. Way over the head of Moretta. Long, slow delivery by McDermott. High again for a ball. Doesn't take much time. He catches it from the catcher. He's ready to throw. Hit foul back to the screen. Somebody knocked down one of the baseballs. We had 3 stuck on the screen. Now we got 2. Solid shot. Fouled. Didn't miss by much, so it fair most of the way down. Just kicked out as it got before the third base bag, and almost fair. That would have been extra bases. That's a solid shot in the left field for a base hit. Moretta's on for the second time. Can lightning strike twice? Can Luciano get another double and score Moretta? Luciano's 1 for 1, a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Can't do much more than that in the first inning. And we got more warm-up action. Hit in the air. Long run for the right field. It gets there and makes the play. Carr covering a lot of ground out there. Let's see if they try to get Moretta in scoring position since they've got the third hitter up. If he's thrown out, they'll have 3, 4, and 5 coming up the next inning. He takes off. He got a big jump. They can't throw him out. They did throw him out. Wow. He got a huge jump. What a great throw by Proto. Put it right on the money. I didn't think they could throw him out with that jump. So they face only 3 hitters with the base hit. Lynn is down in the second. Cape Cod, and they're going to come out, I think, and do a little bit of groundwork on the mound. In for a strike to Ryan Proto, the catcher, leading off the second inning. Foul tip held onto by Carrero. Hit foul, out of play. crowd has dwindled a little bit. After the first game, there were some people that probably had to go. What a pitch. Off-speed curveball, bites the outside corner. Nice pitch. What a perfect pitch by Curley. Mac Labage. As usual, the Cape Cod people didn't like that call. They were very happy in the first game. They've been a little bit quiet here in the second game. And the first game that these two teams played, it was like World War III. I thought one of the Cape Cod fans was going to have a nervous breakdown running up and down the stands screaming at the umpire. Wow, that looked good. That must have been high because it certainly went dead center. Hit to center field. Reddy on his horse going back over the shoulder. Makes the running catch. Labage hit that a long way to right center field. Almost under the scoreboard. Reddy just going back at the last second. Reached up and made a tremendous play. Two up, two down. Zach Landry, the shortstop, will be the hitter. That one breaks down into the turf. Again, the only dirt out there is the pitcher's mound. Turf all the way around, including foul territory. All the way around the infield, grass in the outfield. And we mentioned it through the help of Fisher College. I believe it's next year there'll be turf in the outfield. In for a strike, 1-2. Fishing wide for a ball. Curley got a win in the first game for Lynn against New Hampshire. Pitched exceptionally well. There's that curveball again. Swing and a miss. He gets two strikeouts in the end, a 1-2-3 inning. So a little different outlook for Lynn so far. We still got a ways to go, but through 2 innings, a little different picture in this one than the first one. It's Lynn 4-0 over Cape Cod at the end of 2. First pitch to Kyle Ouellette is up and in for ball 1. McDermott starting his second inning of work. Chop, foul. Ouellette popped to the second baseman is 1 trip. Down and away, 2-1. Ouellette, Nikolakakis, David Bernard. Down and in. Count goes 3-1. In for a strike, the count goes full. Ouellette started the first. Nikolakakis, the on-deck hitter, started to come to the plate thinking that was ball 4. Just got a piece of that one. Almost wishes he missed it. It went to the backstop. He could have been on first base. To payoff pitch again. Hit in the air behind third base in foul territory. Can't make the play. He was circling. It was there. He could have made the play. He took 2 steps to his left Should have taken 2 steps to his right. So Ouellette gets a break and gets to stay in the batter's box. Once again, the payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. Again, Ouellette thought it was outside. So 1 away. Anthony Nikolakakis, his ground ball to third was mishandled, and he wound up scoring one of the 4 runs. Hit way up in the air, foul and out of play. So 3 of the 4 runs are unearned. The first one, the walk and the double, got an earned run. Hit to third. Long throw across the diamond. Two up, 2 down. David Bernard reached on an error. That was a back-to-back errors. In for a strike. Catch the outside corner with that off-speed curveball. That broke way down away for a ball. High for a ball. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in inning number 3. Slices it well foul down that grassy knoll behind first base. We'll do it again at 2-2. Up and in for a ball, 3-2. Slicing it foul down that right side, long run. Running out of real estate was Carr as it went over the fence into that grassy knoll, way down by the right field bullpen. So the payoff pitch again, up and coming to David Bernard. And that's strike 3 again. David Bernard was going to first base thinking it was ball 4. Second time in the inning, the hitters thought it was ball 4 and got rung up. So McDermott gets a 1-2-3 inning. He's only faced 6 batters. Even though he gave up a base hit, he's faced 6 batters the last 2 innings. Striking out a couple of them. We'll move into the bottom half of the third. For Cape Cod, it'll be the bottom 3 in the order. Devin Curley will start his 3rd inning of work. He's retired 6 out of 7, 5 in a row. Big second inning, getting 2 strikeouts. Alex Novikon, Griffin McDermott, Cal Pucho, Alex Novikon is the extra hitter. And reminds you, you can bat 10. You don't have to. It's not a designated hitter. It's an extra hitter. Low for a ball. Solid shot off the glove. Anderson almost made a nice play. Solid shot for a base hit. That was a rocket, or a laser beam, if you will. Griffin McDermott, the pitcher, is the hitter. So for the first time in 3 innings, Cape Cod has the leadoff hitter on base. On the corner for a strike. Diving back at first is Novikon. Swing and a miss. Oh, 2 the count. Just got a piece and stays alive. Count stays 0-2. Runner takes off, the ball hit. They get 1, and they're going to get 2. Nice turn in the middle by Luciano. They had the runner going, but Moretta fed Luciano nicely. Good turn in the middle. They turned the 4-6-3, the pitcher's best friend. Two away with nobody on for Cal Puchol. Wide for a ball. He's the left fielder. He came in relief at left field in the first game. Hit way up in the air. David Bernard with a call and with the catch. So they get a base hit. He only faces 3 in the inning. He's 1 over the limit for 3 innings. He's faced 10 hitters. He shut the Cape out for 3, Devin Curley has. At the end of 3, Lynn 4, Cape Cod nothing. Colin Reddy, Deshaun Anderson, Danny Lilia, the 3 hitters to face Griffin McDermott, who's done a nice job since coming in relief. Reddy got a base hit and knocked in a run in the first inning. In for a strike. Hit in the air to the right side. Long run for Carr. It's going to be foul. Can't get there. He was well off the line for right-handed hitter. He had a long run. First baseman Kalanick, second baseman Frazier also giving chase. Couldn't catch up. It'll be a long strike for calling ready. 0-2. The count. That curve hung up and in. Broke late inside for ball one. Hit up in the sheets. Way up and in for a ball. High and tight, so he had him. Now he's got to come with a pitch or put him on. 3-2 the count. Good at bat by Reddy no matter what he does. He's fouled off about 5 or 6 pitches. He's making McDermott throw some extra pitches at this at bat. The payoff pitch again. That might have been ball 4. Proto comes out in front of the plate, takes it away from the pitcher. Reddy a little mad at himself. 2 strikes, you got to protect the plate, but that might have been ball 4. So 1 away. Tayshawn Anderson got a base hit his first time up. In for a strike. Down and away for a ball. Good curveball by McDermott. That had a lot of bite. That was like from 12 to 6 on a clock dropping down. 1-2 the count. Way up and in. And again, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chased that pitch that was outside, guarding the plate. Just tapped it foul down the first baseline. So McDermott got some help on that pitch. He got help on the pitch to Reddy that would have been ball 4. Easy for me to say up here. Again, up and in, protecting the plate, fouls it off. That was way up and in. That almost hit him, and he went way up and swung and missed it. That pitcher was way up and in. If he hit that pitch, he was going to do nothing with it. He's mad at himself going back to the dugout. Danny Lilia hustled. He hit a ground ball to second. Cape was hoping for a double play to end the inning. He hustled, beat the throw to first, and got himself an RBI. David Bernard came in and scored the 4th run of the inning. And quickly 2 strikes. That's going to drop, I think. Nice try by the left fielder trying to pick it off the grass. Lilia's got a base hit. He's on for the 2nd time. Cesar Carrero will be the hitter. He popped to the pitcher as 1 trip. Cesar did a nice job for the classical pitching staff. Hit foul back and out of play. In quickly, 2 strikes. Curveball breaks down and away. It's a good waste pitch trying to get Carrero to chase. Hit sharply to short. They'll get the force at second. So the base hit with 2 outs doesn't hurt. We're halfway through the ball game. And again, the way these teams play, 1 inning is the difference. 1 inning in the first game on Saturday. Lynn scored 6. 1 inning in the first game today. Cape Cod scored 4. And they split the 2 games. And the winner of the best 2 out of 3 between these 2 teams is going to go to New York and represent the region. Curley will start his 4th inning of work. It'll be the top of the order for the Cape. Nathan Amica, Michael Frazier, Nick Carr, the 3 hitters for Cape Cod, starting the bottom of the 4th. Curley has given up 2 hits. One of them was wiped out on a double play. The other one made it to third, but a very outstanding defensive play by Luciano against a very good hitter, Stephen Kolinek. Hit a very nice over-the-shoulder grab out in foul territory behind third base over his shoulder to get the third out and leave the runner at third. Amica bounced out third to first this 1 trip. Anderson's playing very shallow at third base. In for a strike. Down and away. Cape Cod had their, I called them softball shirts, white and blue stripes. They changed over to this all blue. Makes it much easier to read the numbers. On the inside corner for a strike. Hit the shot. Luciano with the off hop. Nice stretch at first by David Bernard. Base umpire, coach is saying he was off the bag. Nice stretch by Bernard. That's not an easy play for Luciano. That was not an easy hop. Base umpire saying he was on the bag. Coach doesn't agree, but the base umpire wins that one. Nice stretch by David Bernard. And now they're going to come out and discuss it. Coach comes out to discuss it with the first base umpire. I'm not sure what that was all about. He already explained it to the base coach. Good, we got the scoreboard back. As soon as Jimmy Burt took over, the scoreboard went out. But in his inimitable style, he got it right back. Solid shot, foul past third base. Down and away for a ball. Down and away again. Hit the second. Moretta stays down, makes the throw. 2 up, 2 down. Hit Carr. Bounce to the first baseman is 1 trip. Drops over but low for a ball. In for a strike, 1-1. Hits it down the right side. I don't know if they lost sight of it. Slicing it foul. One ball, 2 strikes to the Cape Cod right fielder. He's had a very nice tournament. Hit past third base foul. I think Deschamps has made 1 error in the tournament. It was really meaningless. It amounted to a run, but it didn't really matter in the first game today. Nice block by Carrero. Other than that, he's made some very nice plays at third base. Reaches for that. Big hop from Moretta. Second 1-2-3 inning. 2 plays by Moretta in the inning. We finished 4 here at Frazier Field in this 16-18 regional final. Lynn 4, Cape Cod nothing. Babe Ruth, Jeff Rupp, who has been a very busy man the last couple of weeks. Jeff, it was quite a treat to have the 14s and 15-year-old. A lot of work being done down at Breed, and you turn right around and come back here for the regionals. And now you're 3 innings away from possibly sending the Lynn team to New York, and that's got to have a great feeling.
Yeah, a little apprehensive because it hasn't happened yet, but we're doing well.
A lot of people did an awful lot of work. I know it starts at the top and works down, but a lot of your Babe Ruth people have been working on the last tournament, especially on this tournament, getting a lot of work done here to make this happen, and it's gone along very, very smoothly.
Yes, very, very, very smoothly. We've had tremendous amount of help from Jim and Katie Burt. The Burt family is always chipping in. Jay Freya, Dave Raymond, Belzy came by today, had his picture taken and left.
Paul Hartford.
Paul Hartford all day
Yeah,
chasing
some
money.
of the women too.
Oh yeah, selling T-shirts, parents, mothers. They're veterans with this, of course, because a lot of the kids on this team went to the World Series in North Dakota a couple of years ago, so they know what it takes. And we'll be looking to them to do an awful lot if we hold on to this lead and win this game, because we're going to need to raise a lot of money.
Well, congratulations you, your first year as president, thrown
Thank you.
into the fire and did a terrific job with a lot of help. But as I say, it starts from the top. And good leadership from you, getting it done. And congratulations on three great tournaments, actually, 14, 15, and now the 16, 18.
Yep. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for stopping by.
Do you have a future in TV?
Jeff Rupp, first in his service to be the president this year of Babe Ruth, and they do a tremendous job down there. And they're probably the best kept secret in America. Most people don't even know it exists unless you drive by there or you have kids playing. And all of those people that put in almost 365 days of work, certainly all day, every day during the summer for baseball, and they don't make a nickel. They don't make a nickel. They do it all for Zip to help the kids, and you can't be better than that. I believe that was Brett Buckland hitting for Curly. He drew a walk. Second time in 5 innings that Lynn got the leadoff hitter on by way of a walk. Popped up. Third baseman going back makes the call and makes the play. It's always tough when you see a walk and then you see the hitter hit the next pitch. A.J. Luciano doubled in a run, scored a run in the first. Flied out to right field his last time up. In for a strike. Off the catcher. Coach Zenneman's probably saying, I wish I had the steal on. That would have been a good pitch to run on. Long loping stride by McDermott. Way inside, almost hit Luciano. Proto again, he's been outstanding behind the plate. That's another nice play going way to his left to keep the runner at first base. In for a strike. Evens the count at 2. Another nice stop by Proto that runs the count full 3-2. Kyle Ouellette, the on deck hitter. The runner takes off. Ball 4. Second walk in the inning. Two on, 1 out for Kyle Ouellette, who was popped to second and was called on strikes his last time. In for a strike. A walk, a pop-up, a walk. I put runners at first and second. Hit foul back to the screen. Quickly 2 strikes on the Lynn left fielder, Kyle Ouellette. We mentioned before, a very good hockey player. He was part of that St. Mary's State Championship team 2 years ago. Here's Proto again making a terrific play. And he almost threw the runner out at second base. And there's a strike. Second out of the inning is the call, third strike. 4 strikeouts from McDermott. Anthony Nicolakakis reached on there and scored, grounded out third to first. Takes the pitch for a strike. The runners take off, reaches for it, and taps it foul. So Lynn copying something that Cape Cod did in the first game, having the runners at first and second both breaking on the pitch. And that long looping stride by McDermott helps them get a jump. And Nicolakakis just checked the swing and hit a foul ball. They go again, down and away. So that takes away the force at any base in the infield. Ground ball, they have to go to first. The Cockles would love to get a base hit here. Give Lynn a couple more. Strike 3 called. So with 2 on, they steal second and third. Back-to-back call strikeouts by McDermott. Gets the job done. The 2 walks don't hurt. Five strikeouts from McDermott. We'll move into the bottom half of the 5th. That first inning by Lynn still the difference. 4-0 Lynn over Cape Cod. In this, the deciding match. Both teams 3-1 coming in. Both teams beat each other. Both teams did it with 1 big inning in the 2 games. And now Lynn trying to make it 2 out of 3 in the 3rd game with 1 big inning, getting 4 in the 1st inning, and giving Devin Curley a big jump out of the starting gate. The bottom of the 5th, if you're going to face Steve Kolinick, this is how you want to do it. Leading off the inning with nobody on base. He's a very good hitter. Curley has given up 2 base runners, 2 base hits. One of them was wiped out on a picturesque 4-6-3 double play. So Kolinick will look to get it started for Cape Cod. Four, 5, and 6 for Cape Cod. Curley starting his 5th inning of work. On the inside corner for a strike. I think that's where you like to keep it, right in on the hands. Don't let him get that bat out. On the corner, quickly 0-2. If you're going to waste one here, I would waste it down and in. Solid shot to right center field. That's in the gap. He's going to be in with a stand-up double. Boy, he can hit it. A rifle shot into right center field. Counting the double play, Hurley had retired 11 in a row, and we got a pinch runner for Kalanick at second base. Ryan Proto was called out on strikes his one trip. He got a double to right center. The first game he got a double to left center for 3 RBI. Hit foul out of play. Trying to keep the runner close at second base. Foul tip held on to by Carrero. Proto reached for that one. Just got a piece. And now coach wants to talk to Proto. Strike 3 call. Good pitch on the corner. Third strikeout. First since the second inning. Mac Labage hit it a long way to right center field, and Colin Reddy tracked it down. Off-speed pitch. Jumps on it, fouls it back. Hit to right field. Nice shot by Lilia coming over to his right, reaching up, making the play. That's 2 shots by Lavage, and he's 0 for 2. Can't hit it much better than he hit it. Zach Landry was a strikeout victim in the second inning. In for a strike. Hit the shot. Luciano, long throw. They get him. What a great play. Terrific play again by Luciano. Almost a step in the outfield grass. So, Cape Cod, they had a hit in the first inning. The runner got to third, got stranded. They had a hit in the third, double play. They had a leadoff double in the fifth. He gets the next 3 in a row, stranded at second. We played 5 full. That first inning still the difference. Lynn 4. Cape Cod nothing at the end of 5. David Bernard reached on error and scored, was called on strikes. That was a pitch he thought was ball 4, started to walk to first base, and he said strike 3. Hit to short. Big hop. Landry winds up and fires. They got him by a step at first base. Good hustle by David. Nice strong throw by Landry, the shortstop. Colin Reddy singled in a run in the first. Popped out in front of the plate. The catcher went out and got it. So he's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Hit up the middle. Landry with a very nice play. Gets him by a step. 2 nice plays by Landry. He had to go way to his left to go get that one, take a hit away. So back-to-back plays by the shortstop, starting the sixth. Deshaun Anderson has singled and struck out swinging. That was the pitch he swung at that was way up and in, up by his ear, and he swung at, missed it. Down and in for a ball. Lines it into center field, so that play by Landry was huge. Anderson's got his second hit. Daniel Lilia reached center fielder's choice for an RBI and singled. Hits it foul up in the sheets. Hope those fans don't get too excited chasing that foul ball. Nobody moved. Chop foul. Right by Mr. DiVigilio, coaching first base. One, two, the count. On the inside corner for strike three. So Lynn gets another base hit. They leave another base runner. That first inning is still the difference, as McDermott has come on and closed the door. Bottom three in the order for Cape Cod in the sixth inning. Must-win situation for both teams. They're both 3-1. They both beat each other in the tournament. The 2 out of 3 winner goes to New York. The loser goes home and gets ready for college or job, or some of them might still be in high school. I know David Bernard will be going back to classical high school. Well, Devin Curley will start his sixth inning of work. Only 2 balls, not counting the base hits, have been hit out of the infield off Curley. Both of them by Mac LaBage, who hit 2 rockets. One to deep right center that Reddy ran down. Another one to right center that Lilia tracked down. Alex Novikon, the extra hitter, got a base hit. And he's got one of the 3 hits, but his base hit was wiped out on a 4-6-3 double play. In for a strike. Well, he's been on the money with the first pitch. I haven't kept track, but most of his first pitches have been strikes. Hit to second base. Moretta plays the off hop and throws him out. That's the 8th ground out. To go along with a pop up to the shortstop and 3 strikeouts. McDermott, the pitcher, has done a very nice job since coming in relief, shutting Lynn out. He bounced into the 4-6-3 double play. Off-speed breaking ball. Breaks outside for a ball. Hit in the center field. Long run for Reddy. Gets there and makes the play. Two up, two down. Kyle Puchol, the left fielder, popped to the first baseman, Bernard. Puchol hit it in foul territory to David Bernard. In for a strike. Down and in for a ball. Line to right field for a base hit. That's going to be extra bases. In with a stand-up double. Fourth hit, second double. That was found a sweet spot right over the first baseman's head down the line in right field. Nathan Amica bounced to third, bounced to short. In for a strike. He's the Cape Cod center fielder. Wide for a ball. 1-1 the count. Off-speed curveball. Nice pitch again by Curley. On the corner, it's 1-2. Hit foul out of play. Count stays 1-2. Almost thought of it. Started to pull the trigger and held up. Carrero, waste pitch, stepped outside. Curley hit the glove. They almost got Amica to chase it. Line to left field for a base hit. That's going to score a run. So 2-out Lightning by the Cape gets him on the board. Michael Frazier is singled and grounded to second. So Cape gets on the board. Hit foul to the screen. Back standing up at first is Amica. They love to run. They've been running all day. Reaches for that one, hits it right to the first baseman, David Bernard. Just a little tap, just barely reached it. But Cape gets a little momentum. They get 2-out Lightning, a double by the number 10, Kyle Puchol, and then the 2-out hit by Amica. They've cut the deficit to 4-1. They're down to their last 3 outs. Lynn 3 outs away. Cape is going to need a big 7th inning. But at the end of 6, Lynn 4, Cape Cod 1. First pitch on the corner for a strike to Cesar Carrero, who was popped to the pitcher and bounced into a fielder's choice. Hit it to the shortstop to force it second. Down and away for a ball. Cape Cod fans have been quiet for a while. They got a little bit to cheer about with that little two-out lightning. Popped up behind the plate, and there's Proto making another play. That's the catcher popping up to the catcher. Devin Curley, flied out, and Buckland hitting for him, drew a walk. So he's 0 for 1. In for a strike. All of a sudden, that sun ducked behind a cloud. Hit to third, it bounces foul. The entire field is now shadow. All those big puffy clouds. High for a ball. Curveball started high, stayed high. Time is called as the ball got loose from the bullpen down left field. Kind of even at 2-2 with the top of the order, Moretta on deck. Hit in the air, drifting over to left center field, right in front of the center fielder. The outfielder Pucho makes the play. 2 up, 2 down. Joe Moretta walked, starting off the ballgame, scored a run, got a base hit. Last time up, he popped to the third baseman. So he's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Has made a few nice plays at second base. Four of them to be exact, as that sun pops back out. Good off-speed curveball, quickly 2 strikes. Chop to short. They got him by a half a step. Third baseman looked like he was going to take it. He just got out of the way. Landry threw a rocket over to first base. Second 1-2-3 inning from McDermott and Cape. And here we go. Bottom of the 7th. Lynn has a 3-run cushion. 3 outs away from winning the regional. Four to 1 Lynn going into the bottom of the 7th. Meat of the order for the Cape, 3, 4, and 5. They need at least 3 to stay alive. Trying to beat Lynn for the second time. Trying to win the regional and go to New York. Lynn 3 outs away. In for a strike. As I mentioned, almost every first pitch by Curley has been a strike. Lynn won this, I think it was the 15-year-olds 2 years ago. They won it here at Frazier Field. 2 quick strikes. Carr has bounced to first and bounced to second. First base unassisted. 4-3 on the ground ball to second base. Now he steps out as Curley was about to pitch. Strike 3 called. Good pitch on the outside corner. And again, this is where you want to face Kolinek with nobody on base. He can't hurt you that much. Cape has to get 2 people on to bring the tying run to home plate. 4th strikeout for Curley. Chop foul to the first base coach. action going on in the Lynn bullpen just in case. Up and in for a ball. Curley looking for a second win of the tournament. He got Lynn started with a win against New Hampshire. Line shot. Boy, he hits it hard. Pulled that one well foul. Down near the bullpen out in that grassy knoll behind first base. Boy, he just attacks the baseball. He's a very big boy. Wide for a ball. They tell me UMass is chasing him. He popped to short, a great play by Luciano in foul territory, and he got a big double to right center field. He hits it foul the other way. Count stays 1-2. This would be a huge out if they could get him. High and tight, the count evens at 2. This would be a nice time for that little lollipop off-speed curveball. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's a huge out. And it just reversed. The Cape Cod fans were rooting and cheering for their big hitter. And now the Lynn fans come alive, 1 out away from a regional championship, 2 in the last 3 years. Fishing wide, that's one of the few times he hasn't thrown a strike. 5 strikeouts, none bigger than that one right there. Hit to third, bobbled, Anderson holds on. That's the first error in the ball game for Lynn. So Cape Cod has a pulse. It's a very faint pulse right now, but they have a pulse. Mac Labage has hit the ball hard twice. Flies to deep right center, Reddy making a nice run and catch, and hit it to right center again, and Lilia made a very nice play. So he's 0 for 2. He's hit the ball harder than anybody in the game. To third, Anderson, long throw, picked at first. They call him safe. So it's an infield hit. Long throw across the diamond. And that pulse gets a little bit heavier now with the tying run at home plate. Zach Landry has struck out and grounded a shot. Anderson made a great try. He had to make a long throw. He was almost behind third base. David Bernard made a very nice play, scooping it. Thought they had the out, but they called him safe. So Landry at home plate is the tying run. Curveball hangs up and in for a ball. Swing and a miss. 1 strike away. One, two, the count. Landry steps out. Swing and a miss. He strikes out the side. Six strikeouts, 3 of them in the 7th inning. He gets his 2nd win in the tournament. The error and the hit go by the boards. 6 base hits he gives up. One of them was out on a 4-6-3 double play. All the damage in the first inning. Well, Moretta drew a walk. Luciano doubled him in. After a pop-up, 2 infield errors. Scored 1 run. A fielder's choice scored another one. A base hit by Reddy scored a run. It was 4-0. And the Cape can go out of here with their heads up. They played great, but what a big performance again by Devin Curley. 2 wins in the tournament. He started it with a win. He ends it with a win as Lynn goes 4-1, and they'll be on their way to New York representing the region as they win the series 2-1 over Cape. They go 4-1 in the tournament. Only 6 base hits given up. Didn't walk a batter. Struck out 6 and finished strong, striking out the side in the 7th inning. As we mentioned, those hits were spaced. A single in the first, runner held at third. A single leading off the third, wiped out in the double play. A double in the 5th, stranded. They finally got a run with a double and a single in the 6th. And an error and a single extended the inning, but they get out of it with 3 strikeouts, and Lynn wins it by a score of 4-0. So all 3 games decided on 1 big inning by both teams. 2 of those big innings belong to Lynn. For Lynn, Moretta had a walk and a base hit, scored a run. Luciano had a double and a walk, scored a run, knocked in a run. Nicolakakis reached an error, scored a run. David Bernard played very well at first base. Riso never scored a run. Colin Reddy had an RBI single. Deshaun Anderson played very well at third, had 2 base hits. Danny Lilia had a base hit, a fielder's choice getting him an RBI. Buckland drew a walk as a pinch hitter. It was a very, very good team effort for Lynn as they go 4-1 in the tournament. They beat a very good Cape Cod team for the 2nd time in the tournament. And again, big innings. The story for both teams as Lynn be ready and answer the call when they come knocking on your door. They're going to have to raise some money to send this team to New York. This will be the 2nd time in 3 years. The last time they went, 15-year-olds went to South Dakota. This year, they're going to go a little bit closer to New York. But congratulations to Al Donovan, Leon Elwell, the 2 coaches, and all the players. We're going to try and get a little confab with the players. We're going to take a break right now. We'll try and get the players up in the stands and have a little talk with them. Can't have a better wrap-up to the season. We try to get everybody up in the stands and talk to them, but communication gap. All the families down there taking pictures, dunking the coaches with water. That seems to have gone by the boards. But you look at some of these kids like I know David Bernard, Anthony Nicolakakis, Deshaun Anderson, couple of others were members of that 15-year-old that went to the Nationals in South Dakota, and now they're doing it 2nd time in 3 years. Lynn will represent the region once again. This time they'll be doing it in Jamestown, New York. And an outstanding performance by Devin Curley. Got them started with a big win. I believe it was a shutout in the first game against New Hampshire, and now he comes around and wins this and finishes it and puts an exclamation point on it. Struck out the big hitter for them, Kolinek. That was kind of the exclamation point, but he struck out the side with 2 on in the tying run at home plate, and he gets his 2nd win in the tournament. He and Lou Vidal both got wins against Cape Cod. They both come up with trophies. I think Devin Curley certainly, if they have one, he'd be the MVP. And a great tournament for them. I look at Colin Reddy getting an RBI, making 2 great plays in center field. And all I can say is Papa Reddy would be very impressed, and we'd be very proud of Colin Reddy. And it's a great way to end. It's a tough ride home for Cape Cod. They won it last year. They almost won it again this year. But Lynn will be the regional champions. They'll move on. A big 4-run first inning. Started with Moretta with the walk, the big double by Luciano. Back-to-back errors by Cape Cod. They didn't make many errors in the tournament, but they made back-to-back in the first inning. Reddy got a base hit, a fielder's choice by Lilia. Those were the 4 runs, and they didn't get to Curley until the 6th inning when they got 2 hits. They only had 3 hits going into the 6th inning, and one of those 3 hits was wiped out on a double play. Those are the only 3 base runners that reached. So 6 base runners reached, 7 counting the error in the 7th inning, and one of them wiped out on a 4-6-3 double play. Outstanding performance by Devin Curley. Outstanding performance by Lynn. And it's nice that they shook off the loss in the first game, came right back and jumped out very quickly in the first. And again, 3 big innings, one by each team in each game. Lynn in the first game got 6, won it 6-1. Cape Cod in the game this afternoon, the first game, got 4 in the 3rd inning, won it 5-0. And now Lynn, 4 runs in the first inning, and they win it by a score 4-1. So some of these kids will be, as I mentioned, some of their names, they'll be going, I think Durant was part of that team too, will be going to their 2nd national tournament in 3 years. That's it. Some don't ever go. They're going to go to 2 in 3 years. So congratulations to Al Donovan, Leon Elwell, and all the Lynn team, and congratulations to Jeff Earp and all of his Babe Ruth people to the tremendous job. The tournament ran very well. It ran very smoothly. Some great games, and all the workers that helped. It starts with Jeff Earp at the top, but he'd be the first to admit there were a lot of people doing a lot of work along the way. And it turned out an outstanding tournament. And for the 2nd year in 3 years, Lynn wins the regional tournament at home here at Frazier Field. So we hope you enjoyed it. 4-1, Lynn over Cape Cod in the if necessary game, and they move on to the Nationals at Jamestown, New York. We wish them the best of luck and open up the pocketbooks because they're going to need some money to get to go. So 4-1, Lynn over Cape Cod. They win the series over Cape Cod, 2-1. They won 4 games in the tournament. 4-1 the final score. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.